The Steelers fall 1-2 now after losing to the Cleveland Browns, but what was said after the game was pretty intriguing from Mike Tomlin. Not really a surprise from a lot of us, but pretty much there's not going to be much change offensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers, at least not yet. Not in the coming future, not in the near future.
No, not right now. Tomlin has made it very vocal that he is not looking to change or make a change at quarterback, to make a change with the play calling.
Mike, heading into the mini bye that you guys have, do you consider making any changes, whether quarterback play calling is?
I'm not in that mindset. I'm interested in reviewing this tape and looking at the totality of it and figuring out how we collectively get better. So the answer to that question is definitively no.
Mike, what did you think of Mitch Trubisky's performance?
I thought he made some plays, man, but we all collectively came up short. And so, that's how we measure performance, man. Winning is our business, and we didn't handle business.
They grabbed Trubisky off of free agency and inserted him at quarterback as a bridge guy. We all know he is not it this year. He's not the full-time starter. He's not the full-year starter. He's not the solution. He's not the guy for the future. That's why they drafted Kenny Pickett. But when is it going to be Kenny Pickett time? Now, we just made a recent video regarding that where we suggested and think that the best time for him to be put as the starter is week 10.
Yeah, after our week 9 bye week.
And we still stand by that. However, you can't sit him forever. You can't sit him too much longer.
No. Now with how the offense has been playing.
No.
With us averaging what? I think I saw we're averaging about 20 yards per drive.
Per drive. Now, keep in mind, it's not all Mitch's fault. Mitch is surely a problem with this offense. He's not a great quarterback. Again, he's not the guy this year. We know that. We knew that.
Yes.
He's the bridge guy for a reason. Some of it goes to the coordinator, Matt Canada. I think a majority of it actually goes to Matt Canada because, as you guys can see in the passing charts here from Trubisky, there's a very common pattern. Sideline shot, dink and dunk, check downs. It's the same plays over and over and over. Sometimes they get creative with it, and we get some decent drives that result in touchdowns. Very similar to the first half of the Browns game this past Thursday. But, of course, it didn't take long for the Steelers offense to return to their old natural self.
No.
Which is a shame. And that's another thing with Canada, which I don't understand, is, a lot of people gave him the benefit of the doubt that, he didn't have the right personnel. He didn't have the right guy at quarterback. He didn't have the right guys at offensive line. He was very restricted, handcuffed, limited because of everything from last year outside of Najee.
And now he's got all the guys that he wants.
That he needs.
He's got the mobility at quarterback.
You got the youth at quarterback.
You got one of the most talented receiver groups that we've had in quite a long time.
And you have an offensive line that, dare I say, is ironically the best part of our offense. And we still can't get nothing going.
No.
How's that happen?
And the sad part is, Matt Canada is not going anywhere.
No, he's not. The Steelers never fire coaches. They never fire coaches within the season. Mike Tomlin doesn't fire his coordinators. He sticks with them through and through.
Or hell, if by some miracle, if they do fire the guy throughout the season, who are they going to promote?
That's the problem.
Are they going to promote another quarterback coach and Mike Sullivan?
And that is the issue that we are stuck with. And that's mostly the Steelers' fault.
Yes, it is.
They promoted within house. They decided to keep Canada.
Now they're paying the price, basically.
Right. And, of course, Trubisky's still going to be quarterback for the foreseeable future. For now. Hopefully by the bye week, he's not. Otherwise, I'm going to be a little irritated. However, I will say that Kenny Pickett, if he were to start before the bye, I have no issue with that.
No.
I have no issue with that whatsoever. If he were to start versus Buffalo after week 4, you won't hear a peep out of me. I'd be glad for that. Because then at that point, he's going to be a starter the remainder of the season.
I mean, dude, I even said it. With Trubisky's starting role and depending on how he played, I give him maybe a month.
Yeah. We give the offense the first quarter of the season, which is the first 4 weeks, a month max. And honestly, it's come to the tail end of Mitch's run. We've seen everything we can see from Mitch, I think. Because not only is he a 6-year vet, but with this offense, the first 3 games, we've seen everything we can see from the guy and from the offense, because it appears they don't run a lot of plays, but they run the same plays a lot.
Yeah.
And that's an issue.
Some of it's effective, some of it's not. As we saw in the Browns game,
Right.
the second quarter, they were very effective, but second half, they were non-existent.
Right.
Not 1 point outside of a field goal in garbage time.
But my concern is, because Canada's not going anywhere, that whenever we put Pickett in there, it's going to be the same offense. I think Pickett's going to be a little more risky. He's going to have more downfield shots. He'll make better reads. I think he's arguably ready now. He was the best quarterback coming out of training camp and out of the preseason in my book. I understand why they sat him. They don't want to rush him. In a way, I still agree to that,
yes.
especially seeing the state of this team right now with the injuries we have and the schedule we have coming up.
And the limitations on the offense.
However, you can't sit him too much longer. That's why we suggest after the bye. That's perfect.
And then that could very well happen.
Give him the entire second half of the season.
And that could very well happen. Maybe that's Mike Tomlin's mentality. Maybe that's what he wants to do.
And I don't know what our record's going to be come bye week, come week 10 versus the Saints at Heinz Field. It could be, we could very well be, 1-7 we would be?
Something like
Very,
that.
very possible.
Something like that.
Very possible we don't even win a game up until the bye week.
To be honest, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, we should be 0-3 right now.
Right.
But we barely escaped Cincinnati, man.
Yeah. So I don't know how much winning we're going to see. Thus, if you want to put Pickett in before the bye, I have no problem with that.
No.
No problem whatsoever, because I agree that we're kind of getting to the tail end of Mitch Trubisky's run as a starting quarterback.
Right.
Because we've seen everything we can see from the guy so far. Granted, everything's not entirely his fault. Again, the coordinator is an issue, and I think it will remain an issue all year, and which is why I think we really need to rely on Najee and Warren, just like we were thinking we were going to do. Rely on the defense, rely on the run game, help out the transition for the rookie whenever he's tailed in.
That doesn't appear to be the case.
No.
Although we've been effective at running the ball a few times here and there. We've actually gotten better.
Week after week, we're getting better at running the ball. So keep that train going, especially whenever Pickett comes in, which I don't see anytime soon, because Tomlin is very keen on keeping his guys in, which his guy right now is Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah. He's always been that way.
Right.
That has always been his way.
But
And I
also-
don't expect that to change.
But also, they made Mitch a captain for the team, which I don't know why. He wasn't even a captain in Chicago, I don't think. So I don't know why you bring in a new face and make him an immediate captain. But
I don't know, but I mean, I highly doubt Tomlin's going to bench one of his captains, at least, especially still early on into the season.
Right. So I don't know what Tomlin's limit is. I don't know where his patience lies when he wants to put in Pickett. If they want to put in Pickett right after the Week 4 Jets game, because Mitch is going to start that game, I have no problem with that. Do I expect it? No. Would I be a little upset about it? Kind of. Because we have seen the tail end of Mitch as a starter so far. I think so. Unless he gets more aggressive, unless he gets better, unless the offense opens up, I don't see how Mitch remains the starter that much longer. Unless, of course, Tomlin doesn't really want to rush the 24-year-old rookie. That's why we suggest after the bye. That way the team will be fully healthy. Hopefully we'll get guys off IR. And then Pickett should be ready to go after the bye. And that's when the season gets fun. He starts the second half of the season, and we just run with him, see what he's got. That's why we bring that up. That's why we bring up that suggestion. However, if you want to start him a lot sooner, no peep out of me. Because again, we're not going to win number 7 this year. We might not even make the playoffs. I don't know how much winning we're going to see this year.
Probably not a lot, to be honest.
So, for what we have right now, with what we're stuck with, just try to enjoy it for the best you can. And that's how I came into this year, and that's how I'm going to keep running with it. Very similar to 2019 after Ben went down, is whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to enjoy the ride.
Yes.
Enjoy it as much as I can, because I don't know what to expect. So we'll just see. But I do agree with you guys that Pickett cannot be benched that much longer. We suggest after the bye, but if Tomlin wants to bring him in sooner, absolutely, go ahead. And honestly, that will be the right move, because at that point, Pickett will be the starter for the remainder of the season.
Yeah.
And you could say sooner the better. I really do want to see Pickett, but I also don't want to rush him, and I don't want to put him in with this offense under Canada. However, I already know Canada's not going to go anywhere. So what would be the difference between week 5 and week 10? The only difference is the schedule. The only difference is guys coming up back on IR after the bye. Nonetheless, Tomlin's going to remain with what he has. And that's pretty much going to be the case for the foreseeable future, potentially all season.
For the time being.
So that's what we can expect from the offense, which is just try to ride with it.
Yeah, fasten your seatbelt, guys. Buckle up. There's a big chance Pickett could start after the Jets game. If that's the case, cool. But Tomlin could also wait till after the bye when Watt's back, when we get guys off of IR, like DeMonte Casey and Calvin Austin, to add more to the team.
Right.
That could be a scenario that Tomlin may want to do. Who knows?
Again, that's exactly why we made that suggestion. That could very well be the way he goes. But for now, he's keeping his ground with the guys he has. That includes Mitch. That includes our coordinator. So like Rob said, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be one interesting ride. Upcoming weeks should be very interesting. The schedule is going to get tougher. So we'll see what Tomlin does as it starts to become more so crunch time for Mitch Trubisky. And even for Matt Canada. It already is. So that's what you guys thought. See you in the next one.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!